4 years ago, someone humiliated Adam Reid in front of 200 people. 4 years ago, Adam smiled, shook a hand, said no hard feelings. He was lying. Welcome back to the Verdict Zone, where we pause, reflect, and remind ourselves what's right, what's wrong, and why it matters. Meet Adam, the corporate climber. Not the top floor, not yet, but close. Director of operations at a mid-tier logistics firm. Reliable, steady, the guy who says we instead of I. His values, publicly displayed: integrity, loyalty, forgiveness. February 12th, 2021, annual strategy, offsite. Adam's proposal could have made him VP. He'd worked 18 months on this pitch. 18. The crack, not the act itself. Humiliation is common. The crack was what Adam told himself that night. I'll forgive this. I'm better than this. He believed it. For 3 years and 11 months, he believed it. Then came the email, not from Mike, from fate. Mike was one step from the C-suite, one step from untouchable, one step from never having to answer for February 12th, 2021. Adam had 4 years of receipts, 4 years of watching, 4 years of waiting. The receipt. None of this was fabricated. All of it was true. That's what makes an autopsy interesting. Adam didn't lie. He just curated. The leak wasn't the email. The leak was the 4 years he told himself he'd moved on. He hadn't. He was just keeping the wound warm. Mike didn't get the promotion. The board decided to go in another direction. 6 months later, Mike was pursuing other opportunities. Corporate, for we found out who you really are. But this isn't Mike's autopsy. The autopsy. Let's dissect the justification. He deserved it. True, Mike was arrogant, dismissive. He'd humiliated others. He'd created a culture of fear. Adam wasn't wrong about Mike, but Adam wasn't seeking justice. Justice is transparent. Justice doesn't wait for years in a dark room. Justice doesn't hide behind a keyboard while a man's wife learns his fate from a real estate agent. The pillar that collapsed wasn't forgiveness. Adam stopped believing in that years ago. The pillar was integrity of intent. Adam told himself he was a whistleblower. He was an executioner. He didn't expose Mike's pattern to protect the next subordinate. He exposed it because his pride still bled. And blood demands blood. The verdict on Adam is not about whether Mike was guilty. He was. It's about whether Adam was honest. Not honest with the board. Honest with himself. Did he wait for years to protect future victims? Or did he wait for years because revenge is only satisfying when the target knows who pulled the trigger? The answer? Adam never signed his name. He wanted Mike destroyed, just didn't want to be the one Mike cursed at dinner. That's not accountability. That's cowardice dressed in receipts. The turn the other cheek ideal didn't collapse in a moment of rage. It collapsed slowly, over 4 years. A man who told himself he was better than revenge, while meticulously preparing for it. Adam didn't fail because he hurt a bad man. Adam failed because he spent 4 years becoming one. We've laid out the receipts. The evidence is clear. Adam's campaign against Mike spanned for years. For years to stop. For years to ask himself, is this who I am? He never did, because he already knew the answer. Now the floor is yours. In this case, is this a mistake, or is this a choice? Is Adam a man who stumbled into moral bankruptcy, or did he walk there, eyes open, resume in hand? Tell us your verdict in the comments. We're reading every single one.